Thursday, 24th. First part light airs, the remainder calm. In the AM died John Truslove, Corporal of Marines, a man much esteemed by everybody on board. Many of our people at this time lay dangerously ill of fevers and fluxes. We are inclinable to attribute this to the water we took in at Prince's Island, and have put lime into the casks in order to purify it. Friday, 25th. Light airs and calms, hot, sultry weather. Departed this life Mr. Sporing, a gentleman belonging to Mr. Banks's retinue. Course south 30 degrees east, distance 12 miles. Saturday, 26th. First part little wind, the remainder calm and very hot. Set up the topmast rigging, and cleared ship between decks, and washed her with vinegar. Course southeast, distance 17 miles. Sunday, 27th. Little wind and sometimes calm. In the evening, found the variation to be 2 degrees 51 minutes west. Departed this life Mr. Sidney Parkinson, natural history painter to Mr. Banks, and soon after John Ravenhill, sailmaker, a man much advanced in years. Course south 30 degrees west, distance 19 miles. Monday, 28th. Moderate breezes with some squalls, attended with showers of rain. Course south 43 degrees west, distance 66 miles. Tuesday, 29th. Very variable weather, sometimes squally with rain, other times little wind and calms. In the night died Mr. Charles Green, who was sent out by the Royal Society to observe the transit of Venus. He had long been in a bad state of health, which he took no care to repair, but, on the contrary, lived in such a manner as greatly promoted the disorders he had had long upon him. This brought on the flux, which put a period to his life. Course south 40 degrees west, distance 74 miles. Wednesday, 30th. First and latter parts moderate breezes and cloudy weather. The middle squally with rain, thunder and lightning. Died of the flux Samuel Moody and Francis Haight, 2 of the carpenter's crew. Thursday, 31st. First part moderate and fair, the remainder frequent squalls, attended with showers of rain. In the course of this 24 hours, we have had 4 men die of the flux. John Thompson, ship's cook, Benjamin Jordan, carpenter's mate, James Nicholson and Archibald Wolfe, seamen, a melancholy proof of the calamitous situation we are at present in, having hardly well men enough to tend the sails and look after the sick, many of whom are so ill that we have not the least hopes of their recovery. Friday, February 1st. Fresh gales with flying showers of rain. Cleaned between decks and washed with vinegar. Saturday, 2nd. A fresh trade and mostly fair weather. Departed this life Daniel Roberts, gunner's servant, who died of the flux. Since we have had a fresh trade wind, this fatal disorder hath seemed to be at a stand. Yet there are several people which are so far gone, and brought so very low by it, that we have not the least hopes of their recovery. Sunday, 3rd. Ditto weather. In the evening found the variation to be 2 degrees 56 minutes west. Departed this life John Thurman, sailmaker's assistant. Monday 4th. A fresh trade and hazy weather, with some squalls attended with small rain. Unbent the main topsail to repair, and bent another. In the night died of the flux Mr. John Booty, midshipman, and Mr. John Guthrie, boatswain. Tuesday 5th. A fresh trade wind and hazy cloudy weather. Employed repairing sails. Appointed Samuel Evans, one of the boatswain's mates, and coxswain of the pinnace, to be boatswain, in the room of Mr. Guthrie, deceased, and ordered a survey to be taken of the stores. Wednesday 6th. A fresh trade wind and fair weather. In the night died Mr. John Monkhouse, midshipman, and brother to the late surgeon. Thursday 7th. Gentle gales, with some showers in the night. In the evening, found the variation to be 3 degrees 24 minutes west. And in the morning I took several observations of the sun and moon, the mean result of which, carried on to noon, gave 276 degrees 19 minutes west longitude from Greenwich, which is 2 degrees to the westward of that given by the log. This, I believe, is owing to a following sea, which I have not as yet allowed, for I judge it to be 6 miles a day, since we have had the south-east trade wind. Friday 8th. Winds as yesterday, clear weather in the day and showery in the night. In the morning took observations again of the sun and moon, the result of which, reduced to noon, gave 278 degrees 50 minutes west, which is 2 degrees 31 minutes west of yesterday's observation. The log gives 2 degrees 20 minutes. Saturday 9th. Gentle gales and fair weather in the morning. Saw a ship on our larboard quarter, which hoisted Dutch colours. Sunday 10th. Fresh breezes and hazy weather. Lost sight in the night of the Dutch ship, she having outsailed us. Monday 11th. Wind and weather as yesterday. Some hands constantly employed repairing sails. Tuesday 12th. Gentle breezes and fair weather. At 7 a.m. died of the flux, after a long and painful illness, Mr. John Satterley, carpenter, a man much esteemed by me and every gentleman on board. In his room I appoint George Noel, one of the carpenter's crew, having only him and one more left. Wednesday 13th. Weather as yesterday. Employed surveying the carpenter's stores and repairing sails. Thursday 14th. Moderate breezes and cloudy, with some showers of rain. Variation per azimuth 4 degrees 10 minutes west. Died Alexander Lindsay, seaman. This man was one of those we got at Batavia, and had been some time in India. Friday 15th. Ditto weather. Died of the flux Daniel Preston, marine. Saturday 16th. Fresh trade and cloudy weather. Employed repairing sails, rigging, etc. Sunday 17th. Fresh gales with some showers of rain. Variation per azimuth 10 degrees 20 minutes westerly. Monday 18th. Fair and pleasant weather. Wind southeast by east. Tuesday 19th. Ditto weather, wind southeast by east and south. Wednesday 20th. Fresh gales and clear weather. Variation per azimuth 12 degrees 15 minutes west. This morning, the carpenter and his mate set about repairing the longboat, being the first day they have been able to work since we left Prince's Island. Thursday 21st. First and middle parts fair weather. Latter squally, attended with showers of rain. Between 2 and 3 o'clock p.m. took several observations of the sun and moon. The mean result of them gave 306 degrees 33 minutes west longitude from Greenwich, which is 1 degree 55 minutes west of account, and corresponds very well with the last observations, for at that time the ship was 2 degrees 10 minutes west of account. In the night died of the flux Alexander Simpson, a very good seaman. In the morning punished Thomas Rossiter with 12 lashes for getting drunk, grossly assaulting the officer of the watch and beating some of the sick. Friday 22nd. Fresh trade and fair weather. Nothing remarkable. Course south 70 degrees 45 minutes west. Distance 133 miles. Saturday 23rd. Ditto winds and weather. Variation per evening amplitude 17 degrees 30 minutes west. Course south 64 degrees 14 minutes west. Distance 124 miles. Sunday 24th. Gentle breezes and fair weather. In the AM, took the opportunity of a fine morning to stay the mainmast and set up the topmast rigging. Saw an albatross. Course 66 degrees 45 minutes west. Distance 117 miles. Monday 25th. Gentle gales and fair weather. Variation per evening azimuth 24 degrees 20 minutes west, and by the morning amplitude 24 degrees west. Longitude, by observation of the sun and moon, is 3 degrees to the westward of the log, which shows that the ship has gained upon the log 1 degree 5 minutes in 3 days, in which time we have always found the observed latitude to the southward of that given by the log. These joint observations prove that there must be a current setting between the south and west. Course south 58 degrees 30 minutes west, distance 122 miles. Tuesday 26th. Fresh gales. Variation by azimuth in the evening 26 degrees 10 minutes west. Course south 82 degrees west, distance 122 miles. Wednesday 27th. Ditto gales and cloudy. In the AM died of the flux Henry Jeffs, Emmanuel Pereira and Peter Morgan, seamen. The last came sick on board at Batavia, of which he never recovered, and the other two had long been past all hopes of recovery, so that the death of these 3 men in one day did not in the least alarm us. On the contrary, we are in hopes that they are the last that will fall a sacrifice to this fatal disorder, for such as are now ill of it are in a fair way of recovery.